Gotta love the Reaper walking in the swamp.
Gotta love him, gotta love him.
Yeah. I paid that guy a lot of money.
Yeah, I don't wanna walk up on him in a swamp, that's for sure.
Well, welcome to the podcast this week. We are the Original Moccasins podcast and the voice of the fans. That's what we're going with right now. My
That's
name is
right.
Heath,
I'm Daniel.
and welcome back. We'll go ahead and do our ad for Twin Cities. Twin City
Right.
Designs.
Twin City Designs, yes. Good stuff, good stuff.
Yep.
So,
Still, well, we got our shirts are coming, so
yep,
awesome.
shirts are
Wait,
coming, they're supposed
excited
to be
about
ready this
those.
weekend.
Yeah, awesome, awesome.
Right,
Ready for
we are
those.
ready.
Gonna have some
So,
Bayou Blades shirts. If they, if we can ever get the money up, we're gonna try to sell some. So
that's right, that's right. Keep your eyes open for some apparel and some goody goods.
well, pretty exciting week for the NHL. This is Stanley Cup
Oh my
playoffs.
gosh.
It kind of baffles me. People were saying, "Oh, this is going to be the worst playoffs ever," and all this stuff. And I'm like, dude, this is electrifying. And I'm a Vegas fan, but even if I wasn't, I mean, this is a good playoff. I mean, Marner gets a hat trick last night.
Yeah, but you were sweating a little bit though. I'm sure you were sweating
Oh
it last night
man,
too.
dude, I've never seen someone lose. Well, I have seen a team lose a lead that bad, and they will remain nameless. But I have seen a team just fold in the third period and lose a good lead like that. But
Man, I knew you were sweating it at home. I said, "Man," I said, "He's got to be just crying
oh
on the
yeah,
floor right now or
I
something."
wasn't
Because
that bad off. I mean, Vegas isn't my primary team, but I was very upset. Like I had to just talk myself down. Like, come on, man, you don't even own this team. Or I won
yeah,
my bet. I won. Who was it? Got the first goal. Shoot, golly, I
I
can't
don't remember
remember.
who it was got the
I
first goal.
can't remember.
I mean, it was
But
overshadowed by Marner. I mean,
yeah, Marner
I mean,
and you wish you'd have put Marner for three. Because that was like plus 10,000. You'd have
I
got a pretty
thought it
good
was
bit.
pretty. I thought it was pretty crappy that Carolina went up to him and broke his stick that got the hat trick. Did you
Yeah,
see that?
yeah.
That was pretty shitty.
Well, dude, and then Vegas gets two goals pulled. One, which I did understand, it was clearly offsides. I mean, there was no arguing that. The second goalie interference one.
It was goalie interference, man. Come on now.
Okay, so
You got to
okay,
say it
so
was right.
so it's goalie interference, and then later in the game, they literally push a guy into the net. He hits our goalie, falls over our goalie.
I agree with that
Then the
too.
puck goes in, and
Right.
that's not goalie interference.
I agree with that too. But I think what they were saying on that goal was that he was pushed into the net, and that was a catch. But I thought he was in the net before the puck even crossed the line. So I would have
He
said
was in
goalie
the net,
interference. I
and the
thought it would have
net
been dead
was
anyway.
his arm was pinned, or not pinned, but it was restricted. Let's say restricted before the puck went in. So you get a cross-checking penalty, but there's no goal.
Right,
In my
right, right.
opinion,
That would be my opinion too. But that's why we're sitting here and we don't have the zebra shirts on either. I'm skating on
well,
ice.
the illustrious Dave Jackson was saying that, and no,
Oh yeah,
I'll keep
the
my
great
opinion to
Jackson,
myself.
right?
Yeah, I have,
Well,
I need to quit
hopefully
talking
he
about.
stays in the NHL. So
Well, he does well. This earlier this year, he was just doing the kind of running the referee side for the FPHL and also doing the analysis for the NHL. So
right,
he actually analysis for ESPN. It's not the
right,
NHL, so he doesn't.
yeah, yeah. He's just an analyst, but I
It's
mean,
kind of a side gig for him.
but you're back to your betting and stuff. You said this game was going five Vegas in five. That's what you said,
Yeah, yeah, that was
right?
my original prediction.
Have you changed that yet?
Well, let's see.
I mean, it could
I
still
don't.
happen.
It's doable still. Now, after that fourth period kind of breakdown last night, I don't even know if Vegas has got this, man. Because when Carolina gets back home, they're going to be pumped. You
Well,
know,
I'm going to tell you that was last night's game was a must win for Vegas.
it really was.
If they would have lost that game, they would have lost all hope, and it would have been Carolina would have probably won the next two, and it'd been over with.
Yeah.
But so
Yeah.
so Carolina goes home and they have momentum because they came back from 4 down. But Vegas has a little bit of momentum too because, they won the game. So it's gonna be one hell of a game.
Yeah. Double overtime winner. Um,
Whew.
and I had money on Marner to get that double overtime goal, but
Yeah.
they got it. So it
Yeah.
$2
And
lost
and, you know, and
$2.
it's like we say too, we said this too, we was talking to Eggy that time on the podcast, we was interviewing him. That last one that went over his head, it's just the way the puck bounces. Last
Yeah.
night was a perfect scenario, a perfect example of that. It was just the way the puck bounced. There was 2 goals that the goalie had no idea how to stop.
Yeah. There
There was
was
just
really no
nothing he
way
could do.
to.
There was no way to. So,
Uh,
I mean, and it was actually 2, I think it was more in the last 2 games, it's been 3 because there was another one that was like that too, if I'm not mistaken.
yeah.
So,
Well, I think Vegas can pull it off, but I
oh
think
yeah,
Carolina, they're not out of this. I mean,
no,
that's the
no,
thing. They
no,
they were saying like, oh, game whoever wins game threes is typically like 90 something percent of the time win the Stanley Cup or whatever.
mhm,
If they have a 2-game lead in game three or whatever. And I'm sure that's true, but if anything, this series has taught us is that anything can happen. I mean,
right,
literally, you lose a 4-goal lead in 1 period in
right.
36 seconds, which is
39,
the fast
39, I think it was. Yeah,
30 yeah,
39
39
was
sec
the fastest
the
3
fastest
goal
it's ever
span.
happened before, and
Right.
Marner gets those his, hat trick
Hat
in the
trick.
fastest ever 6 minutes, and it's the fastest it's ever happened in Stanley Cup history,
Yeah.
which is, this is literally a historic Stanley Cup, and if you're still going, "Oh, these 2 turd sandwiches are playing each other," it's like, Vegas has won in 23, they're gonna win in 26, now Carolina hasn't won in 20 years, but they have an opportunity here to win it this year, so I
Hey,
just
I tell
think
you, ask Toronto if these are turd sandwiches. Ask
yeah.
them if Marner is a turd sandwich.
Yeah, Toronto, once again, they gotta be kicking it. I seen a thing today talking we were talking about that Vegas intro. A guy was like, "As a Toronto fan, this hurts really bad when they do the 2 nights or fighting the one Carolina guy,
Oh,
and
yeah.
then he's like, 'Who are you?' And Marner takes his helmet
Takes
off."
his helmet off. They punked
Yeah,
him right there. He was all
dude,
pumped up for the
I
game, man. That was it.
yeah, I was like, "Man," and that dude says, "As a Toronto fan, this hits hard." I'm like,
Yeah.
"Yeah, I imagine."
I bet it does. I bet it just knocked his head slap off his shoulders. I'm sure it did.
Yeah,
But
Vegas
that was
does Vegas so well, man. I mean,
oh
just
my
that
god.
pregame, like the people flying in the air and the
Did
whole
you see
show.
that?
Yeah, yeah. I'm so glad they put it on TV because a lot of times they don't put that stuff on TV.
Yeah, I mean, I've looked them up before on, like, YouTube and things like that,
Mhm.
I mean, they have a whole kingdom sitting in the top corner of
Yeah,
the
yeah.
Coliseum,
The castle, yeah.
Yeah, the castle
That's
sitting
what
up
they
there,
call the T-Mobile Arena is the castle or
Yeah, the
whatever, so
castle. And then, he comes out and then, the it was just if you hadn't seen that, people, go to YouTube
yeah, go
and look
watch it.
up
It
Game
was really
3
cool.
pregame, and man,
Yeah.
it is straight off the movies. I promise
Mhm.
you. It
Yeah.
was awesome. It was great.
Like I said, Vegas does it. If you've never been to Vegas, I recommend going. If you don't gamble, there's so much other stuff to do other than gamble. Just go in
Right.
like May before it gets hot. I mean, you go in right now, you're gonna be dying out there. But
Yeah.
but it's a fun place if you like to do. There's way more than gambling. I was there for 4 days. I gambled $50 in 4 days. That's all I
Yeah.
did. So,
Yeah.
I mean, I did all kind of crap. So I love Vegas. It's a fun place to go.
Yeah.
But, kinda moving on from the NHL, I guess we can
Yeah.
jump
Just
into the Fed drama. Not
just
really a
waiting
lot
on
of drama.
that next game. When's the next game in NHL? It's gonna be, the Stanley Cup is what, Tuesday?
Tuesday. Yeah,
Tuesday
Tuesday.
night.
I thought it was
Tuesday
gonna be
night.
Monday, but they're gonna do 2 days
Yeah.
off.
2
I don't
days
know if
off, which
are they
surprised
traveling
me.
back or are they in Vegas for the next game? They're in
I think
Vegas.
I think it's in Vegas.
Yeah, so that'll give Carolina a good time to get the Vegas flu, so I'm hoping that happens.
You're gonna see pictures of Carolina all over the internet, all of them drunk on top of buildings and,
Yeah, I doubt it,
you know,
dude. They are locked
tipping
in.
strippers, and
Yeah, they are locked in.
they're both of them are locked in, both teams. It's an amazing series, so
Yeah.
but yeah, back to the Fed, though. We got some some good stuff coming up this week.
Well, we got I don't know, did we do the Baton Rouge announce? We kinda knew it was gonna happen before they announced that we were
Right,
told
right,
a
right,
little
right.
we couldn't
Kinda knew it
tell, we
before.
couldn't say it, we had
Right.
to keep it to ourselves, but we knew, that, Baton Rouge was coming back. The Kingfish name kinda leaked out there somehow. I don't know how, who's come
Yeah.
up. I don't know exactly where that came from. That's an
Well,
old name from like
that's
back
from
way
the
back.
ECHL.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's an old
ECHL.
old name, but it is as far as I know, it is going they are gonna be the Kingfish.
Yeah, they could
So,
be just trying to get their branding and stuff together. They didn't want to.
right.
I wish I'd have
They
been
didn't want
smart
it out.
enough to
Yeah,
go buy the domain name first. Well, then they wouldn't have bought it from me. They'd have just
that's right. And
changed the
like,
name or something.
No, not you, not you. Sorry about that. Sorry.
But
Aren't you the guy who didn't want a Canadian team to win the Stanley Cup? Yeah,
yeah,
we don't want nothing from you.
I'm
Yeah.
not the only guy. There's a lot of us. Yeah. And that's only because of how they did the great one. That's all it
Yeah,
is.
that's true.
That's the
That's
only
true.
real reason.
Well, hey, not to go back to the NHL, but could the Marner situation become another Wayne Gretzky situation?
I don't think so. I don't think Marner's Gretzky. Uh,
I don't think he's Gretzky, but he's pretty great. He ain't the
he's
great
really
one,
good.
but he's
Yeah.
really good. This could be something that haunts Canada again.
Hmm. You know something I found out, and
What's that?
this is off topic, but I bought a big box of hockey cards from a guy the other day, like old '90s hockey cards, and I was going through them, and I did not know that Wayne Gretzky's brother played in the NHL. I
Really?
was unaware Brett Gretzky played in the NHL.
I didn't know that either. Actually,
That's gotta
never heard of that.
suck, dude.
Yeah,
That's gotta suck.
yeah. You can't follow that. You know what I
You
mean?
cannot follow Wayne
I mean,
Gretzky.
but hey, and and another thing too, I wanted to mention this while I was in there. Uh, what's his name who got hit in the face?
McNabb.
McNabb. Thank you,
Yeah.
McNabb got hit in the face. The puck came to him at 80 miles an hour, went
87.
under his shield and hit
Mhm.
him in the
He
nose.
had
It broke
those
his yeah.
it I don't it didn't break, it pulled his there are pictures from when it hit people's and it pulled, like, this side of his nostril away, like, it split
Well,
it right
they
here.
came out and said that he had broke his
Yeah.
cheekbone and broke his nose and something else.
And, dude, he was out there putting body on people last night.
He played 37 minutes.
Yeah,
And
he was out there
I
bodying
just wanna
people.
say, you won't see that in any other sport,
No.
alright? You won't see that. You definitely aren't gonna see LeBron do that.
No,
LeBron
never gonna
definitely ain't
happen.
gonna do that. So, I mean, give, kudos to him, man. That was
Ho
an awesome
That's why
display
we do a hockey podcast
and
and
not the NBA.
yep,
That's it. So, anyway, back to FPHL. Don't wanna beat that too much.
yep. So,
Yeah.
Baton Rouge is back. So
Yes.
happy about that. When
Big
I
time
heard
happy.
originally, we wanted to talk about it earlier, but we couldn't, but so happy that Baton Rouge is back. I'm so happy that they are. That gives us a closer competitor. So we got,
Right, right.
the Monarchs, we got Baton Rouge. That's awesome for all three teams. We don't have to travel as much to
Right. You
play.
got 4 hours to the Monarchs, you got 3 hours to Baton Rouge. You
Yeah,
know, and this is a thing to me too that if you play your cards right, people, Baton Rouge can help us out and we can help Baton Rouge out. We can help, the Monarchs out. They can help us out in attendance wise. You know,
yeah,
as many games as you can take them in. I mean, it's a great
yeah,
little short vacation for a weekend or something like that.
yeah.
Just go
Go
do it.
down there, go to the
Get
game.
a
I
group
mean, I'm gonna
together.
try to make some Monarch games. I
Oh yeah,
like South
definitely.
Haven. I've been there a few times
Yeah.
working. It's nice up
Yeah.
there.
We're definitely gonna go to some Baton Rouge games this year. I didn't get to go to one last year. I wanna go this year, and I'm gonna go to, some Monarch games also, so
Yeah, yeah. Well, that happened. They announced that the draft will happen, on the 9th.
on the ninth.
I was reading up about the draft before we got on just a little bit, and it's gonna be live on YouTube. They're gonna be doing interviews with players and coaches and, decision
Right.
makers. That is gonna be a big event, and so when is that? What's today? The
That's on the
7th?
ninth.
So, yeah.
That's on Tuesday. It
S
starts at 5:15 our time.
Yeah.
So, you
So,
might wanna put you a notification on that,
yeah,
but that's
yeah.
gonna be that's something really good for the fans. I don't know if any fans have ever been through anything like this, but this is gonna be just, right along like with the NBA draft or the NFL draft, things like
Mhm.
that,
Or the
where they
NHL draft, yeah.
or the NHL draft, right?
Yeah.
And it's going to be, it's going to be a lot of information. You're going to see some of your favorite players are going to leave, and and we all hate that, but that's just part of the business.
Yeah.
That's part of the league.
That's something that I think in Monroe, when we were talking to Eggy about it, that Monroe, a lot of new hockey fans and a lot of people in Monroe, I don't think are hockey fans as much as they're Moccasins fans, right?
Right, right,
So, and there's nothing wrong with that. I don't want to. I know I come off as a kind of a cocky person, but there's nothing wrong with being a Moccasins fan and not a hockey fan, right? But what I'm saying is, like, hockey is not football. You know, football, these guys get on a team and the team invests a lot of money into these guys and
right,
they stay for years in a lot of cases.
right,
Baseball's the same way, right? Basketball's
right,
the same way. Uh, so hockey is not like that. Hockey is different in that there's a lot of movement in hockey. The players don't, especially in this league, don't make as much. So they're always chasing more money, better ice time, uh, better systems. So, you know, baseball, if you can hit a ball, you're on the team, right? If you can throw a
right,
ball, you're on the team. Hockey is like we're playing this kind of system, and you fit well in this system. We want to
right,
try you out here. You
right,
know that is how hockey kind of works. So you see a lot more player movement.
right.
So
And it's minor league hockey. With
it
it
is
being
minor league
minor league
hockey.
hockey too, you gotta think these guys are in minor league hockey. A lot of them have aspirations of playing in the NHL, playing in upper leagues, and these guys are honing their skills here on our team, and they want to move forward. They want to
Yeah,
move up. And if they see that opportunity and they get traded to a California team or they get traded to a Binghamton or something like that, that's an opportunity for them to showcase their skills in front of more people and in
yeah,
agents and more teams. So
yeah.
you can't you can't hold that against them. You can't hold that against the Moccasins. We all get attached to players, and and you love players, and it'll always be something special in your life and in your mind, and you'll have this special bond with them forever. But you got to let them go. We got to let
Yeah,
them go. Got to let them do what they got to do.
they are doing what's best for them in most cases. Most
Right,
teams work with the players like, "Hey, man, these guys are in their 20s and they go, "Hey, man, my mom's having some surgeries. I kinda need to be within a couple hours of home if I can. If
right,
I could play in Detroit, that'd be great." And they want me, you know?
mhm,
Our
yeah.
coach is liable to go, "Yeah, absolutely. We can make that happen for you. If we can get a good trade, we'll do it," you know?
Yeah, so it's not always the coach's fault. It's not
Yeah.
always the coach saying, "Oh, I wanna get rid of this player." Now, when Parker was here, yeah, that happened a lot, but
But
not not no
it
not it
happens either
happening
way.
yet. Yeah.
There are all fights disagreements. There are,
Right,
you know, we see the finished product, right? We see the
right,
polished, finished product. Think of like players or entertainers. I mean, coaches are a part of an entertainment core. This is entertainment, you know. Sports is entertainment, you know. So we don't see guys getting in fights in the locker room, don't like each other. You know, there's a
right,
lot of personalities in a hockey team that they clash. You know, we heard about one particular clash last year. You know, one guy just did not fit the mold, you know,
right,
and it's nothing
right.
against him, but it's just he did not
He
fit the
just did
mold
not fit
here,
the mold.
you know?
He
And I'm
didn't
sure
fit in with the team,
yeah,
and that's
it
and the
happens.
locker room is really huge, and that's plays a huge role in a team winning or losing, is the locker room,
Well,
and you've
Marner
gotta
said it the other
understand that.
day, like, when we lose, we're not at each other's throats,
That's right.
you know?
Nobody screams at anybody. Yeah,
Yeah.
and so that's what you have to have. You have to have that camaraderie in the hoc in the locker room, and if you don't have it, and I'm gonna be honest with you, Coach Croup, and I know he's gotten kind of a bad rap since he's been here.
Mhm.
Man, I'm telling you guys, look at the difference between when Coach Croup got here and Coach Perrant got here than what it was last year.
Well,
All right, or the year before. It's
I
huge.
think it got to a it's just this higher level, you know,
Yes, yes,
Coach Croup and Coach Perrant want this team to succeed for their own benefit. I mean, they wanna keep coaching, they wanna get paid well, they wanna be able to go to the owner and go, "Look, we got you a cup, so I want this much more money." That's
right,
how it works. You go
right,
to your job, you make your boss $100,000 a month, you want a cut of that, right? Or whatever,
right,
you know?
right.
So, that's how it works. So
And some of those guys are trying to move up as well,
absolutely. Yeah,
you know?
you get an ECHL call, you know, you're making a lot more money and you're doing what you love to do still. So,
Right, right.
you know,
So
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 we were
bear
talking
with me.
about you kind of had been looking through the roster. I was trying to get it
Right,
where you could pull it up on here, but I can't
right.
figure it out. But looking through the roster, who do you think's protected kind of going down the list?
Oh, man, that's to me, that's really, really hard. Yeah, I'm gonna tell you the 3 that I think are guaranteed protected.
Who?
Okay, Austin Pig, Brad Summers, and Gherkin. I think those
Those are the 3 that
that are
you know.
guaranteed that they're going to be on the team next year because they're college players, and I think that's the 3 top college players that we had at the end of the year last year that made an
Yeah.
impression on coaches.
Dude,
That's
Gherkin threw down last year. I mean,
man,
that flying, like,
hammer
drop punch he
fist.
did
Yeah.
on Scaldy, man,
Oh my God. Yeah.
that was a
That was
beast.
amazing. And I'll be honest with you, I liked Frankel too. Man, if they could
Frankel
bring
was great.
Frankel back too, I think he
Yeah.
was great too, man. I mean,
He
just
was a
super
really
guy.
good Frankel was a good 200-foot player.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
he was all over
Never
that
stop.
ice, man.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
he was everywhere he needed to be. He was not afraid to be physical. He was putting the body
Uh-huh.
out. He was playing any position at any time. I think
Right.
Frankel was probably one of the better up and coming better players, right? So he
Right.
needed more ice time for sure.
Right.
But I think he's there. It's there. I mean, he's
Yeah.
got the ability.
If
You know,
he don't come
obviously,
back to us, somebody's gonna be a hell of a pickup for somebody, I promise you.
I really see
And
him going ECHL. I really see
yeah.
him going there, maybe going even higher because,
Mhm.
you know,
They look for
um,
those players.
yeah, that's who you're looking for. That guy that's very moldable. I don't
Right.
moldable. He is very moldable. I can tell.
Yeah.
I see Matthews coming back. I see if he
I
wants
think
to come
so.
back.
I think if I and that's gonna be another thing too. A lot of people don't realize that when these players are when they're thinking about, "Hey, who are we protecting?" All right? Masternak last year was unbelievable,
He got the
okay?
call up and
He got the
kind of
call
turned
up
it
and
down.
denied it. Yeah, denied
Yeah,
it to win a cup here. So, he may not come back. He
yeah,
may decide, say, "Hey, I wanna go ahead and go up, and so I'm gonna put myself into theirs and see who's gonna take me," and so we may be looking for goalies or whatever. We may
yeah,
bring Eggy back or Branch back or whoever. But
yeah.
I think Matthews too, and, hopefully, and I'm gonna say this too, Ferneris and Christie, uh, and Gerstein, uh, oh god, you could just go down the
They're
list and
Rockos. We had such a
li
good team this year.
yeah, like, my top 9, I guess you could say, would be Ferneris, Ballant, Christie, Gerstein, uh, Learakos, of course, Masternak, Hagenmo, Schumacher, uh, and, Matthews, uh, and who else am I and Green. Well, I mean, what about Green? I mean, big
Yeah, Green
enforcer
was a
type
good
guy,
he was a good guy.
I mean, so
Uh,
that's like 9 or 10 right there, and I mean, but you can protect 12, and you
yeah.
can only protect 3 rookies, which is college, college guys. So, who do you protect? And who of those guys are gonna go up?
Who wants to come back?
Right.
Who's like, man, I had such a blast out. I don't know. You know what I'm
I
saying?
don't know.
Who knows? But
Yeah.
we could just speculate. We could just speculate. But I don't know. I'd love to see Schumacher come back. I think he's a good
Oh,
leader. I think he
the
does a good
best
job
year
with
he's
that.
had in his career last year, I think he's a hell of a leader. I
Yeah.
really do. The first family of the Moccasins right there,
Yeah.
Frank
I'd like to
and
see
Monica.
Frank when he does hang his gloves up. I mean, I don't know if he would want to, but to come back and coach, man, I think he'd be good
Oh,
at that.
man, he'd be a hell of a coach. Yeah,
Yeah.
hell of a coach. Yeah, I agree with you. I think he needs to come back too. I think Learakos, I mean,
Yeah.
another leader right there in the locker room, and
Yeah.
he's one of the is it the top 6 or 7 scorers in the
Yeah.
history of the
He was,
FPHL?
yeah. That dude also, man, we got to meet him, like, out there at the little event that they had
Yeah,
for the season ticket holders. Such a nice guy, man.
super nice man,
Super
super
nice
nice.
team guy. Everybody, like, likes everybody. Everybody likes him. Great guy, you know?
Yeah,
I mean, from
and
what
he
I
went
could
through a
tell.
little operation here during the off season too, so
Yeah.
speedy recovery to you. So
Yeah, I hope you recover fast. I hope you're ready to kick some more ass this year.
you ain't
Love
lying.
watching him get in fights, man. I
Fight
love
of the
watch
year.
I love watching that demon come out of his face. Like, if we ever get him on the podcast, I want to add. You just see it's like I was able
It's a
to.
changeover. It's a changeover,
Right,
man.
it's just his whole
They
face changes.
the photographer for the moccasins caught him with his fist back, hitting the guy from Biloxi where he broke his nose with that first jab,
Yeah,
and he was
pain.
in
Yeah,
man, and that's just like one of the best pictures you'll see right there.
felt
It's
the
just
pain, lost
amazing.
his
Felt the
chain. A
pain.
good Pete
Yeah,
Fricano
there
line.
you go. There you go.
Yeah,
But
you're
Matthews too, man. I'm tell you what, Matthews, man. Matthews isn't a really big guy, But man, Matthews will throw
He's
with the best of them, and he's
vicious.
good too.
Yeah.
He knocked a couple of guys loopy last year
Yeah,
too.
he bodied some dudes, and I seen Matthews really doing some good, like, cross ice defense stuff.
Oh yeah,
Like, I seen him picking out, like, lanes
yeah,
and cutting guys off, checking, like, getting that forecheck really quick.
right,
I see that I could just see the gears spinning in his head, you know, he was one of those guys that I've been watching defense a lot more this season,
right,
especially in the NHL, because of Quinn Hughes, all that stuff. I started really
right, right.
watching defense a lot more, watching, a lot of the NHL guys and just seeing kind of what they're talking about. This, getting in there, you're kind of trying to read the play before it happens as a
Before it
defenseman.
happens, right, right.
It's not
You're
all about
trying,
just getting back and trying to block the puck. I mean,
right,
Vegas has been playing outstanding
yeah.
neutral zone defense.
Yeah, it's
And
a lot of anticipation,
yeah,
and he is great at anticipation, and 2, and then top it off, he's got a hell of a slap shot. So, I
yeah.
mean, you know,
And
so
he's a force to be reckoned with out there on the ice. I mean,
yeah, he is.
like, you start messing with our guys, I mean, you're gonna be dealing with him and Leo Rocco's. I
Yeah,
do think the Moccasins need, like, an enforcer this year,
yeah.
you
Somebody to
know?
come in and just body people around for no reason.
Just sling people. I mean, we did not have that guy last year, and I get why,
Mhm.
but I seen flaws in that, right? I seen,
Yeah,
like, Matthews getting hurt fighting.
yeah,
I seen you don't want your scorers, your defensemen, yada, 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 having to really fight a lot.
right,
Yeah, fights
right.
happen, especially in this league. It's a thing that happens. But you really need a Scaldy or, we had that, guy, what was his AJ Slepp, he was the leading fight penalty minute guy in the whole
Yeah,
all
but,
of hockey this year.
but I'm gonna be honest with you, though, but man, Schlett
He didn't skate 10 feet.
man, he
Yeah,
yeah, yeah,
he
he didn't
didn't.
skate 10 feet, and then, and man, to me, a lot of times that becomes a burden. You know, when you
Well,
want
yeah,
guys that's gonna do things, but, Schlett spent more time off the ice than he did on the ice,
yeah,
and that's with suspensions, and that's with penalty minutes, and
mhm,
everything like that. Unlike, like, Scantlebury for the Moccasins, you know, he's one hell of a player. He's
really
got a
good
lot of
player.
skill, and I hope he comes back, but he's got a
I'd
lot of
love to have
skill,
him
and he's
back.
an enforcer, and, he just
He's
got a
ratty
bad
too.
rap.
I love
Yeah.
that ratty shit. I love it.
Yeah, he got a bad rap with the refs this year, and the refs were just looking to put him in the box
That's
anytime they
not
could
just
get him in
this
the
year,
box.
that's every year. Dude,
Yeah,
it follows him around,
yeah,
you know? And it's because of the style of hockey he plays. He plays
yeah,
that knock the stick out of your hand, poke check you when no one's looking, kind of
right.
put something in between your skates, slap you
Yep,
when you come by the bench. I mean, that's what he does,
that's
and
what he does. Yeah,
he gets under people's skin, and, I
mhm.
love it when it's on our team, I love it.
Oh,
You
yeah.
know?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he was a great pickup this year and everything too, and I'm just looking so forward to seeing what Coach Croup and Coach Perrant bring into the organization this year.
Yeah.
Man, last year was a huge year for us, and I think this year, you know, they I know they're in there picking out the pieces that they want to do and how they're going to do things, and the discipline they need, and man, I expect this year to be a big year for us.
Yeah, I think so too.
I do.
But, like, just to reiterate, kinda coming towards the end of the what we can talk about. The other
Right.
thing I wanted to talk about real quick was Pete in the PWHL. Boston did not protect Megan Keller, which is just insane to me.
Insane, but she is up there in age. I mean,
She's up
that's
there in
got to be what
age.
they were thinking of. But
But
she's at the
dude,
top of her
she's
game.
the gold medal winner. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know. It hurt my
Yeah.
feelings. Not a big Boston guy, but I am a big Megan Keller guy. I'm trying to get one of her autograph cards. I'm
Uh,
not paying $300 for one though. I'm just not
Go on
doing
and
it.
drop 300, man. Go ahead and do it.
Nah,
Go ahead
nah.
and do
I'll fly to Boston and try to meet Megan Keller and get an autograph before I pay $300 for a card. I'm just not doing it. But
it.
yeah, but Moxon's wise, looking forward to the draft, the expansion draft. We'll
Yeah.
know then who we're gonna lose
Right.
because we had probably, I really think, pound for pound, the best team.
I agree with you 100% there.
I think that we got out refed a lot this year.
We did. We did. We
And
let that get in our heads a little bit too, and I think that was one of our problems too. When the refs were making such bad calls, and you can only turn your head so many times.
Yeah.
And I think that's what kind of happened to us. And the last game of the year, I mean, that was a horribly, horribly officiated game,
Yeah,
and it
off
was
the camera,
dangerous,
we've had players and stuff say like, "Man, this is"
right?
yeah, we
And it was
like,
dangerous. It was a dangerous game.
we
Somebody was really, really going to get hurt.
yeah, it's dangerous and it's very biased and it's very obvious the bias.
Right, right,
In my and I could s we could say that because we don't work for the league in any way,
right.
but, I think the league needs to if you wanna be
They need to
taken
address it.
seriously as a league, that has to be right.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
That
Your
has to be
officiating
right.
has to be on point, and if it's not on point, then nobody's going to take you seriously. Not any other league, not any team, not anybody.
No one
So I
is.
mean,
No one's
yeah,
gonna wanna play for this league either. I wouldn't wanna
right,
play for this league if I know if I go out there and the referee got 100 extra dollars from, the other team,
right.
slipped under the door, then we're gonna lose no unless we just win a natural win, shutout victory, we're going to lose, you
Right,
know?
right. Yeah,
Because officiating is so important. And look,
right,
I get not getting it right. I think last night in that Vegas game, there were a couple bad calls. One of those goals pulled back was a bad callback,
right,
in my
right.
opinion. But the reality is they took the time to try, and I think they did try to make an unbiased decision. Uh, I've s last year, and I never put the video up, and I deleted it because I was tempted to do it. But, last year, I watched after the game with Columbus in the playoffs when we beat them at home the first time, the shutout, right? I watched their Columbus's coach call the referees over after the game. Everybody done skated off. Literally, everyone was off the ice. He was standing in that box. I can't read lips, but he was cussing those refs for everything they were worth, pointing at the goal, pointing at this goal, telling them what's gonna happen, like how it's gonna he was red-faced, screaming at those referees. Now look, if we had done that, our
We've
coach
been
would have been
fined. We've
suspended.
been suspended.
We
Exactly.
did do that, and our coach was suspended and everything else. He threw a bottle down.
Yeah.
One of the refs was like that big guy, like really the guy he was grabbing up
Right.
players and getting in their face and crap, which is super unprofessional.
Yeah.
Uh, he he just dropped his head and skated off like he just got chewed out by his mom or something.
Yeah.
And I watched that happen, and I filmed a lot of it. I didn't catch it all, but I filmed a lot of it. And, the reason I didn't play it is because I flipped the camera back and I was saying some stupid crap, and I didn't wanna play that back on the podcast. But, the reality is the next game came out, and there was a lot of bad calls from the refs
Yeah.
against the
It was a
Moccasins.
completely different officiated game.
It's,
Yeah.
like,
I agree. I agree
very
with you.
much differently officiated and not
Yeah.
on the level.
Right.
And so it's like, it's so hard for me to look at that, see the evidence in front of my face and go, "Well, yeah, no, yeah, they're not being biased. They are being biased. They
Yeah.
got their ass chewed for not being biased, and then they were
Yeah.
biased when they came back out."
Yeah.
You know?
And you saw that a lot against Athens and stuff like that because they were trying to keep Athens here in the FPHL,
Yeah.
and there was no doubt in my mind they were showing bias towards Athens. The officiating crew to me is completely unprofessional to me. Okay, just to the smallest points of not even not even showing the crowd what the call is.
Yeah.
You don't even get what the call is. You don't know if it's tripping. You don't know if it's hooking. You don't know what it is. You don't know if it's interference. They don't tell you. And you need to go out to that center of the ice and at least do the
At
motions. You
least
don't
do the
have a
hand
microphone.
signals.
Right. Go through the motions of it and tell the people what it is. That's
I can understand not giving the refs the mic pack in our league. I can get that because
right.
that's expensive and hard to do. But definitely hand signals, and also the DJ could turn the music down a little bit when the announcer is giving
Yeah.
the call,
Yeah. Yeah.
you know?
Yeah, well,
But
the refs
that's
did a lot of things too. They were telling the DJ and telling the announcers and all that kind of stuff how to do their job. No, you need to do it this way. You need to do
well,
this.
they
You need to
now
quit
I'll
playing
say
that song.
when they're on the
No,
ice
listen to the
now when
crowd.
they're in the arena, when they're on the ice, they are in charge of everything. That is how it's supposed to
But
work.
that's not how it's supposed to work. And
I thought it was.
I'm gonna tell you now. My father. Now this is completely different. My father umpired and refereed for 25 years, 30 years.
Mhm.
Okay, you only have so much control. You have no control over what the crowd does. unless the crowd gets to the point to where it's endangering players or endangering someone else. So you can't control what they're saying to people. You can't do anything. Now, these days that people like to try to control that. But the referee is supposed to be concentrating 100% on what's going on the ice, what's going on that game. Okay. Not worried about that the DJ's playing a song that says you suck or anything like that. You're not
Yeah.
supposed to, you worry about the coaches and the players. And then if the crowd interferes with that, then you
Yeah,
interfere.
and worry
You
about
don't
not
interfere
sucking
any other way.
too. That then you
That's
don't get
right.
those songs played.
That that shows me that you're going out there, you're just going through the motions, trying to get home.
Yeah.
That's what you're trying to do. That's why you don't want to go up. You're trying to make the game go faster. You're going up there. You don't want to go through the motions and get the signs of what the call is, because you're just trying to get to move on quicker.
Yeah,
That's
just
why
get
they
this
run to the
game over
center
with so we
ice
can
as
go
soon as
home.
someone scores. Run to center ice and drop that puck immediately. Try to get this game over with.
Yeah.
That's what they're trying to do.
Well, that's also I've noticed in the NHL they do that too. I mean, they soon as
Yeah,
they score, they get the handshakes and the hug line, and then they go right back to playing,
yeah,
which we
yeah,
need to do too. We need to get
yeah.
rid of the damn lights and the snakes and all that's
I don't
that's
think you. I think the snakes you get rid of. All
the
right,
snakes.
and and everybody's voted for that so far. But I think the snakes we get rid of. I think the lights are fine as long as they come back up when they're ready to drop that puck. There ain't no problem with it.
Dude, I just came up with an idea on the
What's that?
air. We need to get a
Uh-oh.
petition online to end the snakes.
Okay.
We can do that.
I, I'm good with that.
All we gotta do, I think there's like a website, it's petition.org or some shit, and you just go on there, end the snakes, no more snakes thrown at the first goal. They will be thrown at the end of the game, and we could put it on all the Facebook groups. We could put it on a link on our stuff, and you can haven't done it yet. Don't get too excited. We have to figure out how to do it, and then you can go and sign that, and we can submit that to the team. They may not like it, but I think it's going to help. So I think we need to do that. What do you think?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, the snakes have got to go after the first goal. It just destroys the momentum. It does. Players say it, coaches say it. Do it at the end of the game. Do it just like Florida does. They throw the rats out at the end of the game.
Yeah.
Do it like that. I mean,
I
you
think the
still get to
lobsters
throw
did
it.
something like that too. I'm not sure. I don't watch a lot of
I don't know,
lobsters.
but I was so sick of seeing the lobster fans going, I don't know what the heck that is, brother.
You got to do what you
I
got to
was
do.
like,
Well,
I was
man,
like, man, thank God we're not lobster fans, bro.
yeah, thank goodness. Well, I guess we can end it here, I guess.
Yeah, yeah,
I think
yeah.
we
That was a good
covered
little podcast. We covered
everything
everything.
we can cover.
Yeah, and make sure you like, share, subscribe to us here on YouTube, like our Facebook page, share it with your friends, share it with all your
Yeah.
friends.
Yeah.
And
And
remember the draft coming up.
we are looking for sponsors.
Yes,
So, and it's
yes,
very cheap. Our sponsorships are very
yeah,
cheap. So,
we're not real expensive. We're just trying to get some help doing a few things. We have some ideas on
yeah.
tickets and things like that and giveaways, and we're just
Yeah.
looking for a little bit of help with that. So,
Well, we'll go ahead and call it right there, man.
all right, all right. See you next week.
Well, the puck done dropped and the mic's done sweated. We talk them blaze, now the band just said it. Got one more line and we fade on out. Ain't much to say, but we'll holler it loud. We came for goals, we stayed too long. Now this little outro has to sound like a song. Bayou Blaze. Lord, there goes the outro parade. Bayou Blaze. We made a song about making a song. Oh, cut the tape now. Hey. Let it drift away. Hey. Bayou Blades. See y'all next play. Yeah. Bayou Blades.
Thanks for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to check us out on Apple or Spotify podcasts.